Hello, my name is Val, and I am an MSW student at the University of North Dakota. I'm going to tell you about a therapeutic intervention based on cognitive behavioral principles that has proven to be an effective method in helping clients recognize how their thoughts and feelings impact their behavior. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, is an evidence-based practice that can be utilized to treat a variety of mental health and substance abuse issues in both adult and children clients. CBT operates under the premise that thoughts and feelings impact actions and that we as individuals have the capacity to improve our outcomes by taking control of our thought processes and the manners in which we choose to interpret and react to our thoughts and feelings. Today, I'd like to describe a technique that can be utilized to help convey this premise to children in either a one-to-one or group setting. The activity I've chosen to demonstrate is called Fly by Design and is outlined by Dr. Harvey Milkman and Dr. Kenneth Womberg in their 2005 Pathways to Self-Discovery and Change curriculum. We began the activity by providing each child with 2 pieces of paper. Ask the client to make one paper airplane out of one piece of their paper and tell them that they are not allowed to ask for help or directions from others in making their airplane. Once the plane is complete, have the child stand with his or her back against the wall and ask them to fly their planes one at a time. As the group leader, take the time to note how far each plane flies. Have the child return to his or her seat and ask that they make another plane out of their last piece of paper and encourage them to modify their plane design. Pay attention to how the clients are interacting with one another. For example, are the kids who struggled in making their first airplane watching or copying the planes that flew well? If their plane flew well on the first attempt, is the second plane designed similarly to the first? And do the kids seem more at ease with creating their second planes? Once the second plane is completed, have the child line up and take turns, one at a time, flying their second plane. Take time to note improvements on flight from the first plane and which plane flew the farthest. Have the clients return to their seats and explain to them that their thoughts are like the design of the plane, and the distance that the plane flew is the action that they take part in. By changing the plane design, or their thoughts, there was a change in the distance, or their actions. The airplanes create a visual for the children to see their thoughts and recognize that by changing or modifying their thoughts, a change in actions can take place. Some good discussion can be generated by talking about how kids choose to change their second plane and whether or not they modified their design by watching the success of the other planes fly, as well as the power that they have in controlling their plane, or their thoughts. This activity is a great demonstration of how CBT works and can be empowering for the child in helping him or her recognize that they have some control in dealing with negative thoughts and feelings that can lead to negative actions. On a personal note, we use this technique at the facility where I work, and I can say from firsthand experience that it is an effective CBT method, and that we absolutely do see changes from the first plane to the second, and it does create some good discussions amongst the group about what they decided to change and why they decided to change it, and some good metaphors for illustrating the concept that I just described.